Ian Lee is my guest, Associate Professor at Carleton University's Sprott School of Business in the capital today. Ian, good to have you on the program. This 4.1% spike, what do you think of it?
It's bothering me. It's worrying me. I do understand the argument that's being made by the Governor of the Bank of Canada and some very distinguished economists, for example, in the big banks, who are saying, look, this is transitory. It's temporary. It's caused by COVID that caused disruptions in the supply chain, and the prices are going to return to normal once the pandemic's over. I don't dispute that logic. I don't dispute that statement, Todd. The problem is, I think they're only looking at one part of multiple moving parts in the economy. Another moving part are workers, us, we the people, the employees. And another moving part are companies. And we respond. We're not, passive bystanders in this as consumers. Seeing our prices go up, we're going to respond as we did in the 70s when I was a young man. When inflation was going up, workers did what? We demanded higher wages. And companies started to comply because they needed to get the workers. And one more quick point. I took this as a very significant statement only a couple of days ago when Amazon, one of the most successful and one of the largest employers in Canada and the United States, announced a very significant wage increase. Now, they didn't do that because of their benevolence, because they felt sorry for workers. They did that because they realized there's shortages of workers and they have to pay more money to workers to attract them. That's how, what I'm worried about is inflation is going to feed back and become embedded because of the demand for higher wages and employers meeting that demand with higher wages, and thereby that feeds the inflation moves from being temporary into becoming embedded as part of an inflationary psychology.
We're going to show the numbers here, Ian, as well for folks watching, just to give them a better sense of the actual number this time around by StatsCan. At the fastest pace, as we said, since March of 2003. Travel and accommodation due to summer travel accommodation up by 19.3% as well, as you see a real spike going on there. What does a recovery from this look like?
Well, you look at for example, the surveys of businesses for their hiring intentions, and it's strong. I mean, I've argued that the finance people in Finance Canada and Bank Canada people underestimated the resilience of the economy after each lockdown. They said, "Oh my goodness, it's going to collapse. Things are, it requires enormous amounts of stimulus." Yes, indeed, we had to help people, but. Chrystia Freeland, the Minister of Finance, in her budget statement stated, it's in the speech, that she said we underestimated the strength of the recovery each time. We underestimated the resilience. And so the fundamentals of the economy are there. The economy is strong, but what's happened is these worker shortages or labor shortages, yes, caused by the aging of the population, but exacerbated by the pandemic, I think are going to start showing up as demanding higher wages. Employers are going to start raising prices, and then we have that feedback loop whereby the temporary price increases caused by the pandemic shortages to the supply chain, as I said, become embedded because we need more money to pay for our groceries. We need more money to pay for our gasoline, for our cars, and so forth. So I lived through the 70s. I saw this happen where inflation kept going up, 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 and then, and as a consequence, of course, the central bank eventually stepped in and started driving up interest rates. So the end game of this is we could see interest rates increasing in 2022.